guys, biracial Tiffany here. Today I wanted to perhaps elaborate a bit on biracial is an experience, not a look. I don't know where to start. Okay, so I often get comments like, "You're not that light. I'm sorry, but you just look like a light-skinned black person." And I think what those people are getting at is all black people are mixed. Somebody raped my great such and such, and of course I have a white ancestor. There's nothing special about you. And there's like so much stuff to dissect in these kind of comments, but the difference between the biracial experience and the intergenerationally mixed black experience, in my humble opinion, because I only have the biracial experience, so I don't know for sure, but I don't know why it doesn't seem obvious to people that there is something unique. Unique doesn't mean special and awesome and so much better than yours. It just means unique about having a white parent and a black parent. Having a parent who belongs to the race that's at the top of the race chain and one that belongs to the race that's at the bottom of the race chain. That's the most revered race, and that's the least revered race. Well, the general perception is that these two things don't go together. They are opposites. They, it's like oil and water. And then here you have all these biracial people that, that's why I no longer like to say I'm half black and half white. I'm 50% this and 50% that. Because that perpetuates that idea. It's like the things didn't mix. I'm half this and I'm half that and I'm all of nothing. Because like oil and water, it's everything's just sitting in a bowl, not mixed up. Anyway, so there is something in the experience of just from day one. Like, I just don't have a foundational belief that black people and white people don't mix. I don't have a foundational belief that white people are better than black people. I understand that that's the general concept. I did not always understand that's been internalized in a black community. But I do understand that now, much more than I did before. The experience wouldn't be worth discussing, the biracial experience, if the world that the biracial people have to navigate through wasn't so polarized. And I think that we really need to bridge that gap. And I think a great place to start is just by examining the biracial experience. I tell you that I have an experience, or who is anyone to tell me that it's not valid? If anyone wants to know who I am, I really believe that they need to understand that I am black and white. And for people to just sort of give me this, like, shut up about it, I mean, then it's like, okay, well then you really don't want to know me. And, if you're just some person on YouTube, that's fine if you don't want to know me. But, in terms of day-to-day life and people that I interact with, I don't want anyone to require of me that I leave something at the door when I enter into communication with them. This is me. I'm telling you who I am. Only I know that, So, that. I don't get the feeling that just because most black people have a white ancestor that they don't know, and that they don't know, doesn't mean that that they like really love white people. White people are not a part of the fabric of their lives. In fact, it seems to me, just from the comments I've gotten, that there's a lot of resentment on top of the resentment that already exists in the black community toward the white community, but there's the added resentment of my ancestor was probably raped, and now this recessive gene shows up in my life, in my phenotype, in my whatever. I mean, that's clearly a different thing than waking up every day with a white person in your house. And first of all, not even seeing that there's a qualifier there of that's a white person and the other person is black, and what am I? Like, none of that matters. And the thing about the unique experience of biracial people that is special is that's a special thing. That's a special thing in this country to have. A foundational belief that people are people. It's not like you don't see color. Of course you see it, but it doesn't have all these like stigmas and stipulations and privileges and stuff attached. It's just this person happens to be that color and this person happens to be that color. Just like I happen to be wearing a white shirt with green letters on today. You know, it's just kind of inconsequential. And I think, humbly, that we can all benefit from hearing people's perspective when that's where they're coming from. And not every biracial person with a white and a black parent has that. Not every person is grown up with both sides of their family. There's all kinds of ways that the story could go. But I'm just saying.